It was a cold and rainy night when Jake and Emily decided to explore the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. The old hospital, abandoned for decades, was infamous for its macabre stories, but to them it was just an isolated place where they could be alone. "Relax, Em. They're just stories. Ghosts don't exist," Jake said, with a confident smile as he pushed the rusty door open. The sound echoed through the dark corridors. The scent of mold and rust was almost unbearable. Emily clung to her boyfriend, a shiver running down her spine. The flashlight on her phone illuminated the peeling walls, scribbled with strange symbols. They climbed the creaky stairs to room 502. The legend said that a pregnant nurse had hanged herself there after being abandoned by her lover, a married doctor. People claimed that to this day, her spirit wandered the upper floor, haunting anyone who dared to enter. Jake laughed when he saw the number 502 carved into the door. "Hey, this is the famous room." He pulled Emily inside. "Let's make history," he said excitedly, thinking about a perfect night of passion. Emily hesitated, sensing something was wrong. The air felt heavy, almost suffocating. But before she could protest, the door behind them slammed shut on its own. The deafening silence was broken by a distant sound. A woman's laughter. Emily's heart pounded. "Jake, was that you?" she asked, her voice shaking. He swallowed hard. "I think it was just the wind." Suddenly the flashlight flickered and died. Darkness swallowed the room. Emily felt a cold hand brush against the back of her neck. "Jake, stop it," she said, uncomfortable. "Emily, I'm right here in front of you," he whispered, standing still. A chill of pure terror crawled down her spine. Then came the sound of slow, dragging footsteps. Someone else was in there with them. Suddenly, the flashlight flickered back on for just a second, and in the dirty reflection of the window, Emily saw her. A pale nurse, hollow eyes staring straight at them. An impossible smile stretched across her face. The light flickered again. She was closer. Jake grabbed Emily and tried to force the door open, but it wouldn't budge. A cold whisper filled Emily's ear.
"He promised an eternal life."
The lights exploded in a blinding flash. The nurse was there between them, her face twisted with pain and hatred. Her neck was broken, the noose still embedded in her decaying skin. Emily let out a desperate scream as the skeletal hands of the entity gripped Jake and dragged him into the darkness. The door flew open, throwing Emily into the hallway. She ran without looking back, Jake's screams echoing through the hospital, until they suddenly stopped. By morning, investigators found Emily in shock, repeating the same phrase over and over. "She took him. Room 502 took him." But there was no trace of Jake. Only his flashlight lying on the floor inside the room. And a new name scribbled in blood on the wall. 502, another promised one. Do you believe the nurse's spirit is still there, waiting for her next victim? Or is it all just a legend? Let me know in the comments.